author, fellow members of the Association of Nigerian Authors. I stand here to represent our president, Dr. Usman Oladipo Akomi, who for reasons of distance and other engagements cannot be here. My name is Joan Oji. My Christian title is Dave, and I hold a PhD in English language. I am very delighted to be the one talking about this book, which His Excellency has beautifully summarized. As the rivers merge, it's a very interesting narrative. When a copy was sent to the association's secretariat, I took hold of it and it just appeared like any other book. But when I glanced through the title and then began to read what we call browse and scan, I got so fascinated that I found myself reading it cover to cover. And what I found in the story is what makes this summary very long, but I promise Your Excellency, I will read. I will talk to my paper. As Rivers Merge is a love story, a very rare type of love story of two individuals in the same field of study in faraway Hungary. The author's father, Mamah, after the Nigerian Civil War, was favored with a foreign scholarship to Hungary. He got there and learned the language very quickly indeed. His proficiency was outstanding. So that by the time he had entered his second year of study, he was speaking Hungarian like a native. And he was such an affable and amiable gentleman, blessed with oracy. He charmed all the women that he met at the party. Yes. And the interesting one is that he was sent on the attachment, as we say in Nigeria. Those of you who have done industrial work experience, he was sent for an industrial attachment. 2 years into his chemical engineering studies. And the person who was to mentor him had already graduated in the same field and got a master's. And yet, she fell heads over heels in love with him. And that's what made the story very fascinating for me. How do you even fall in love with an undergraduate when you already hold a master's? But that's love for you. Love doesn't make sense. So, I found the story very interesting. And the first opposition, of course. We're talking of 1972 or thereabouts. The first opposition. A black Nigerian in Hungary wooing a white Hungarian. The parents opposed. But because Matthew was such a charming person, he took uncles and took fellow Nigerians. He went and wowed that his father-in-law. And they told him, carry go, as we say in Nigeria. And so, before he had graduated, the twins were born. He's one of them. I just asked him, where is your twin? He said, yes, they were blessed with a set of twin boys. And as Matthew concludes his first degree, returns to Nigeria for National Youth Service, his second child, second born, first daughter, was on the way. And that is how this story really got fascinating. A father of 3 before he had finished NYSC. Well. This is the story that every person yearning in this world of husband material, wife material. Do you know that Judith, that's the wife, gave up her career to now raise family And I find that very touching. Because some women now, is career first. And in the process, the children suffer. But in her own case, she raised her children. And by the time they returned to Nigeria, because eventually Matthew got a job. By the way, he first got another scholarship to go to Manchester and study for his higher degrees. And that's where their triangular linguistic whatever, they speak English, they speak Hungarian, they speak Nigerian. You know, Nigerian is a different kind of English. Nevertheless, the story is that these twins now enter school from the UK and their mother was doing the school run. Long story short, by the time they returned to Nigeria and he was now working with Shell and other companies, 10 years after the first set of twins were born, they had another set of twins. This time were twin girls. And that is the interesting thing. The first real challenges. I mean, Europe and Nigeria. You can see the two on the cover of the book. You will see our mangrove forests and swamps. You will see Budapest, beautiful on the other side. But Judith followed her husband, endured up never, down never. Many times there was no electricity, but they managed to have this union based on faith. She was raised Catholic. Her husband was the son of an Anglican priest. But to just tell you, when it comes to love, all these religious divides don't matter. He said, for my father's sake, can we wed in an Anglican church? And they did. But you did continue to practice her Catholicism, even when they came to Nigeria. And sadly, the story ends on a very tragic note. They were going to Lagos. Because I cried. What I should not tell you. I don't want to cry now. Don't cry, please. But what I want to tell you is that he is a mastercraft in this narrative. And I asked in my paper here, did you undergo creative writing course of any sort? Because it's very rare for science students, medical students, to write such best-selling books. Most times I take a book, after one chapter I drop. I kept reading your book to the very last, which is credit to Doctor, Professor, Papa girls, you know my Mamah girls. I hope your children inherit this trait, and I hope you write some more. On behalf of the Association of Nigerian Authors, I'm inviting you to join us. We have the Explorer boys and girls, senior boys and senior girls, I present to you As the Rivers March. A story of love, perseverance, endurance, resilience, and faith. Faith. When I say faith, faith with capital F. Thank you very much.